Welcome to your first training. To gain clarity, we put employees into the following 3 groups. Group 1 employees are disengaged, often late, easily distracted, and will quit at the first chance they get. Group 2 employees are solely interested in maintaining the status quo. They have low tolerance for changes and ambiguities. Group 3 employees are motivated, resourceful, innovative, and accountable. They get the big picture and perform well under pressure. It would not be a surprise if most of your employees are in Group 1 and 2, although you prefer for all of them to be in Group 3. You can wait to see if you get better employees the next time around, but realistically speaking, the chance of you getting a team of all Group 3 employees is low. So instead of wishing for better luck, you can proactively transform your own employees. Think of it this way. A prestigious institution can set its entrance requirements high to only admit students with nearly perfect scores. After some time of training, it produces students with nearly perfect scores. A phenomenal institution admits students with any score and manages to produce students with nearly perfect scores after some time of training. A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. Anonymous. You never know for sure what will come your way, but for sure, you can decide how you respond to it. Employees are human. The skills you learn in this course can also be applied to other humans in your life to get you out of any tight spot. If you have children, with all your mind, you believe that they have everything it takes to become someone amazing. The same goes for employees. Everyone on your team has the potential to be a high-performing Group 3 employee. So the question is, why are they currently not one? 2 driving forces behind any human behavior. Differences in behaviors between Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3 employees indicate employees' varying efforts to try to gratify or cope with their different unfulfilled needs. Needs are the platform. The more needs can be gratified, the more stable is the platform. Standing, juggling, or doing anything on a wobbly platform is undoubtedly hard, and no one desires that. With that being said, need is one of the 2 driving forces behind any human behavior. The other will be revealed later in the course. Therefore, your first step is to accurately identify and address employees' unfulfilled needs. What does each employee need to stand more firmly and start performing at his or her higher potential? More specifically, what do Group 1 and Group 2 employees need to be transformed into Group 3 employees? No one's needs are the same. Employees in different groups need, value, and are motivated by different things. To further understand exactly what each employee needs, we shall look at the employee's hierarchy of needs, which is derived from the well-known Maslow's hierarchy of needs, developed by the late American psychologist Abraham Harold Maslow. Maslow explained that, innately, humans have a longing desire to expand and explore the many dimensions of life and to be all they can be. However, in order for people to expand and grow to achieve these ultimate higher goals, a number of more basic needs must be met. As we move on to explore what are the employee's needs, it is worth noting that not all lower needs have to be gratified for employees to move up to achieve their higher goals, but they do have to be sufficiently satisfied or kept fairly stable. Employees' hierarchy of needs. The most basic employee's need is the need for safety and security. Do your employees feel secured financially and safe at home and at work? Next is the social need for love and belongingness. Inability to meet this need results in loneliness and mental distress. Over time, isolation and loneliness lead to depression, which leads to lack of drive and motivation. As a manager, having an open mind and open heart to be transparent and inclusive with employees from all different backgrounds is crucial in making employees feel connected, valued, and cared for. Last is the higher need for accomplishment and the associated feeling of significance. Employees who know their work matters and are able to see the differences they make take pride in what they do. These employees are the ones who, under the right leadership and in the right environment, will help shape the future of the organization and the industry they are in. Precisely what do your employees need? Once you've accurately identified what groups your employees are in, the employee's hierarchy of needs can help steer you in the right direction. Group 1 employees seek first to gratify safety and security needs, then love and belongingness needs, while Group 2 employees look more to gratify their social and accomplishment needs. Group 3 employees seek for involvement in more challenging projects, while continuing to maintain stability in their basic social and accomplishment needs. What can you do to address your employees' needs? Now that you fully identify and understand your employees' needs, the followings are what you can do to support them. For Group 1 employees, make sure they are paid adequately and have a safe and supportive working environment. Then you can help them build confidence by assigning small to medium tasks you know they can do well in. If they succeed, you give plenty of recognition, credit, and acknowledgement. Clear communication, being inclusive and transparent is very important in transforming employees in Group 1. Remember, these are employees who are on the verge of quitting. Be clear about your expectation with employees in Group 1. Tell them exactly how their performance will be measured. Focus on the metrics that matter. Get their feedback, consent, and agreement on the evaluating metrics to increase employees' commitment to abide. When you come to think of it, at the end of the day, it really is not fair for employees not to know what metrics they will be evaluated on, then be failed for not meeting them. Although employees in Group 1 will need this kind of clear communication, transparency, and inclusivity the most, you can and should extend it to employees in Group 2 and Group 3 as well. For employees in Group 2, clear communication, being inclusive and transparent are also needed. To transform them to Group 3 employees, you can start by showing them the downstream impact of their works. You can coach them through formulating new ideas and delivering solutions on their own. Also, communicate often to let them know that you believe in them and have their backs 100%. Remember, these are employees who are afraid of the unknowns and changes. For Group 3 employees, see if you can involve them in some of your more challenging projects. Help them grow to achieve even higher goals by providing solicited coaching and feedback. You can offer to show possible ways for them to further advance their careers. Since they have established themselves as subject matter experts, you can seek them out, consult with them, and listen to them on innovating ideas that might help shape the future of your industry. The magic of believing. When you make effort to emphasize an employee's strengths or any positive good traits that lead you to believe in him or her, you have fundamentally changed that employee's self-image. When you give employees a self-image they can agree with, they will take it upon themselves the responsibility to behave accordingly, to live up to this image. Showing employees that you believe in them has far longer-lasting effect in changing employees' behaviors than forces or threats ever will. When feel forced or threatened, employees might comply temporarily until you are no longer around or until they can find new opportunities elsewhere. It will be like moving mountains when you try to directly change employees' behaviors through negative feedback or criticism. Not only is it hard, it also worsens employees' attitude towards working with you. Instead, shift the responsibility to employees by altering their self-images. Tell employees you wholeheartedly believe in them and back it up with reasons. Give praises, gratitude, private and public recognitions whenever you can. They all take very little time and effort on your part, but are very effective in changing employees' self-images, attitude, outlook, and subsequently, their behaviors. As a manager, you have significant impact on your employees' lives, good or bad. What a difference would it make to their lives to have someone who genuinely care for them, give them a purpose, show them their works matter, and wholeheartedly believe in them? Thomas Alva Edison was an addled child that, by a hero mother, became the genius of the century. Edison wrote in his diary, "Don't underestimate the power of someone believing in you." This is the end of the Gain Clarity training and also Week 1 training. Let's get started right away on your team transformation with the first mission. See you next week for the Gain Knowledge and Gain Trust trainings.